the president of NUJ, ably represented by the National Secretary. Greetings to you, sir, and welcome to Anambra State. I want to greet the Army Prof in the person of Professor Chinyere Stella Okuna, the first female professor of mass communication, West Africa. Army Prof, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the platform you provided for me to climb on as your mentee. Thank you for mentoring many communication scholars in Nigeria and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, I warmly welcome each and every one of you to this great event. My job is very, very simple. I am to talk on the theme of this year's NUJ Press Week and Man of the Year Award. The role of journalists in election reportage, the case of Anambra 2025. So, this speech or talk or lecture is mainly for media professionals and for NUJ as a professional organization. It might also interest most of you here, at least some of the things we will say here you know, or if you don't know, the essence of being here is to grasp one or two things. My time, just 10 minutes, so I will not waste time. The title of this paper is Role of Media Professionals in Election Reportage, the case of Anambra 2025 elections. I will begin by saying that election years are periods of heightened political activity characterized by campaigns, debates, and intense public scrutiny of political actors, political parties, and political candidates. So, during this period, journalists and other media organizations or professionals perform their basic functions of agenda setting, framing, watchdog of the society. So during elections, journalists, through various media platforms, can be traditional or mainstream media platforms, or through social media platforms, do provide an avenue for political candidates to talk about their manifestos, talk about their policies, talk about what they want to do to the people, thereby providing information on how they intend to govern. What are the typical roles of the journalists during an election? The first one is information dissemination. Typically, we say in media studies that media perform three basic functions of informing, educating, and entertaining. But during elections, media professionals or journalists perform these four major functions that I will talk about. The first one is information dissemination, as I've mentioned. It is the job of the journalists to provide information about political parties, provide information about political parties, provide information about the manifestos of political candidates, also provide information about the policies of each political party for people to know. Because for you to vote for any candidate during an election, you must know about that candidate. Without the journalists providing information about each political candidate, the voters will not be informed about what that candidate intends to do. And for journalists here, I want to remind you of three basic types of information provided during elections. The first one is what we call valid information. It is valid based on facts and figures. Very, very correct, very, very accurate, very, very truthful. And the second one is inaccurate information. it is incomplete. It is often manipulated just to maybe allow a political candidate to gain favor from the electorate or from voters. And the third one is false information. Purely false, not true, not based on any facts. And apart from these, three types of information, journalists oftentimes are accused of three other categories of information during elections. The first one is what we call misinformation. Second one, disinformation. And the third one is malinformation. Three of them are unique and different. Disinformation is different from misinformation and also different from malinformation. When we are talking about misinformation, we are talking about disseminating information that is false. But the person disseminating the information believes it is true. So in this case, the person doesn't know that the information being disseminated is false. And the intention is not to mislead, not to cause any harm to any person, to any organization, or to any political party. But in the case of disinformation, the information is not correct. It is false. But the person disseminating this kind of information knows that this information is false and has the intention of using this information to mislead the public. But in the case of malinformation, yes, the information is true, but exaggerated to mislead. It is correct, but often what? Exaggerated. You know that maybe has maybe first degree from so and so institution. In the case of malinformation, instead of saying that he has or she has first degree, you will then tell us, exaggerate it to tell us that apart from first degree, PGD, master's, PhD. So in the case of misinformation, the information is false. But you do what? You disseminate and write about that. So, and journalists during election periods are advised to be careful about disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation. So, apart from information dissemination during campaigns or election period, the next function of media professionals, journalists, media organizations during election time is agenda setting and issue framing. For us in the field of mass communication, when we talk about agenda setting, it is a theory that says that media succeed in telling us what to think about, but not what to think. It is the job of the media to tell us what to think about. That's a theory in mass communication, agenda setting theory. But not what to think. Because the media, they don't have the power to tell you what to think because you're a human being. You have your brain, you have your memory, you have your mind. But through agenda setting function, the media will direct your mind on what to think about. For instance, maybe you're coming here and your car radio is on and you're listening to ABS, and all of a sudden, the announcement on radio begins to talk about maybe our dear governor coming to this ICC center for this event. Agenda setting theory tells us that because you've listened to this message, before that time, you weren't thinking about ICC, you weren't thinking about NUJ Man of the Year Award, you were not thinking about NUJ Press Week, but because you listened to this particular message on radio, your mind will be directed to think about that particular event. That's agenda setting theory. So it is the job of media professionals to perform this agenda setting function by directing the minds of media audiences to certain events in the society, especially during elections. They direct your mind on political candidates. By giving so much prominence, giving so much attention to a particular political candidate or political party, you will begin to think about such persons' issues, policies, and their manifestos. Then in issue framing, it is another theory of mass communication pointing at the role of media professionals in designing headlines to capture the attention of listeners or viewers. By paying attention to media contents or programs, you begin to see how they frame certain headlines. A particular political candidate can be termed as a front runner, most prominent, by using certain words to frame headline on particular candidates. The media, by so doing, will attach so much importance to that particular person or candidate apart from all the ones. So through agenda setting and framing, media professionals perform the basic function of directing the attention of media audiences to certain contents, thinking about some and not thinking about others. The third function is the function of watchdog, acting as the watchdogs of the society. Media professionals monitor political actors, exposing corruption, malpractice, and policy inconsistencies. Investigative journalism during elections help uphold transparency and accountability. So, very soon, we'll begin to, see so many candidates and their manifestos, and some investigative journalists here will dig up facts unknown to the public, hidden ones, about a particular candidate that will tell us the character of the person, the personality, all the things the person have done in the past, the negative ones and the positive ones. So, media professionals act as watchdogs of the society. And the last one on the functions of media professionals during elections is provision of platforms for political debates. Most media organizations and professionals provide platforms for media debates. Through TV programs, you begin to watch debates, interviews, and opinion polls which facilitate dialogues between candidates and the electorates. They provide a platform for political candidates to come up and talk about their manifestos, their policies, what they intend to do, and how they will do it. So, media professionals, as I've listed, perform 4 basic functions during the election period: information dissemination, agenda setting and framing, watchdog function, and provision of platform for political debates. So the media perform these functions, but there are patterns of election coverage. There are patterns of election coverage, 2 major patterns that you begin to see as we approach the election period. Very soon it will begin to happen. The first one is what is being called as horse race journalism in media studies. Horse race journalism in media studies. What do we mean when we mention something by the term horse race journalism? This refers to a style of political reporting that focuses primarily on the competition between candidates in an election, such as who is leading, who is more prominent, and who is falling behind, and who is likely to win, rather than on substantive issues, rather than on policies, rather than on the implications of those policies for the people, rather than focusing attention on issue-based campaigns, and not on some other things that are not so relevant This is known as horse race journalism. And this is very, very prominent or prevalent during elections. Criticisms for this kind of journalism. Number one, it lacks depth. It neglects in-depth policy discussions and meaningful analysis of how decisions affect journalism, affect citizens. Because it is the work of journalists to actually, report on these candidates, talk about their policies, and analyze for us how these policies will affect the citizens or the electorate. The second criticism about horse race journalism is that it influences voter behavior by, calling a candidate a front runner or most prominent, or the person mentioned that he is most likely to win. You will now begin to draw a kind of bandwagon effect because people who don't know much about the candidate, because media professionals are hampering on this particular candidate as being the most prominent person likely to win. There will kind of be this bandwagon effect that many electorates of voters will, cling towards that particular candidate. That's the second criticism. The third one is that it frames politics as mere competition rather than a process to solve societal problems, because it is not based on issue campaign. Issues are not discussed. Policies are not discussed. Manifestos are not discussed. Issues that will affect citizens are not touched on. So these are the three criticisms of horse race journalism. And media professionals are urged to desist from this and go for issue-based journalism, discuss issues, manifestos, policies of political candidates and their parties, and how these policies will affect the common man. The second type of pattern, because we are on patterns of election coverage. The second one is campaign advertising. During elections, you will see so many advertisements about political parties and their candidates. We know that media organizations depend so much on revenues from adverts. But while paying attention to adverts, avoid negative advertisements because they can depress voter turnout and may work variably across genders and parties. Advertisement spending often yields cumulative returns. Yes, we know that. Challenges to encounter in Anambra State during this 2025 elections. The first one is media bias and partisanship. There are so many media organizations in Anambra. We have the ones owned by the church, like Fides and so many other ones. We have the ones owned by private individuals, numerous. There are many in Anambra. And we have our own ABS. We also have Purity, which is the federal. So there are so many media organizations. And the first challenge comes from ownership. He who pays the piper. Can I hear my journalist? Can you complete this for me? He who pays the piper does what? Correct. So ownership has continued to be a problem for journalists during elections. How do I cover this? How will I not offend the owner of my, for instance, ABS? We know the state is in charge of ABS. And there are so many other political parties apart from APGA. We have APC, we have so many of them. So if you're a journalist working in ABS, how are you going to navigate, provide unbiased information about other political candidates without going against the owner of ABS? So during elections, ownership interests, political affiliations of the owner, and the editorial policies of the organizations can lead to biased reporting. Partisan media undermines public trust, oh yes, and may distort electoral outcomes because you will be guided by the interests of the owner. The second challenge is, as I've mentioned, misinformation and fake news. The rise of social media has amplified the spread of false information, propaganda, deep fakes, which can mislead voters and incite unrest. As a journalist, how do you manage fake news? How do you manage misinformation that I've explained, disinformation and malinformation? To make sure that the information that you're providing to the public about political candidates and their parties and policies and manifestos, that they are all correct, you have to do fact-checking. You have to do fact-checking because a whole lot of people depend on you for accurate information. And as a journalist, you cannot play with the trust of the electorates. The third challenge is commercialization of the news. Election period, we see that. Some people will just pay for certain events, some personalities that you now leave others that are very important and go for those who have paid. The brown envelope will begin to play the brown envelope syndrome. Some unethical decisions and actions will now come up. Because in Nigeria, in Anambra, news has been so commercialized that we don't do what we are supposed to do as journalists, as professional journalists, and as ethical journalists. Yeah, the last one, which I consider very, very important. The last challenge, harassment of journalists. Harassment of journalists. We must note that many occasions in Anambra, you see journalists being harassed, some being beaten, even their gadgets, you see some grabbing and destroying. It is very, very bad. So it is among the challenges that journalists in Anambra encounter. Ethical and professional standards in election coverage. What are those ethical and professional standards you are to uphold during election coverage? The first one, we all know, accuracy and objectivity. Aim at providing accurate information. Be objective. Provide balanced information. You, as a journalist, you must verify facts and present balanced perspectives. Don't concentrate too much on a particular political party, on a particular candidate. Aim at providing balanced information of all personalities and issues. Second one, fairness and inclusivity. Very, very important. As a journalist, you must ensure that every person, every political party is given equal visibility. You must ensure at providing equal visibility for all candidates, especially for women. Especially for women, for the youth, and for the marginalized groups. For persons with disabilities, we most often times forget them. We don't even remember them. PWDs, persons with disabilities. During election coverage, aim at also getting their perspectives, their views, their opinions on issues being covered. Women, youth, and persons with disabilities. Inclusivity is the watchword. Fairness and inclusivity. The next one is try as much as possible to avoid hate speech. You must refrain from inflammatory language that could incite violence. Don't ever do that. And last one, regulatory compliance. You must adhere to national electoral laws and broadcasting codes. It is essential for credible election coverage. Key factors to consider during the coverage of 2025 elections in Anambra State. The very key factors to consider. The first one, as I've mentioned, is inclusivity and disability focused reporting. Inclusivity and disability focused reporting. Very, very important. I've mentioned the 3 categories of people that are often neglected during coverages. Persons with disabilities, we don't consider them as very, very important, but they are important. They are very, very important, and their views must be reported. The women, most often times you don't even think about female political candidates. You may think that their views are not important, and then go for majority. Men, they have the money, they have visibility, they are prominent and all that. And ethical journalism and reporter safety. I've mentioned that harassment of journalists in Anambra is prevalent. So as a journalist, you must be conscious of your safety. Safety first. It is one of the hazards of the profession, so you must take care of yourself. And ethically conscious, you must be ethically conscious. The brown envelope syndrome is killing journalism. Be careful about how much you collect, because it is a problem. If you collect money, the brown envelope, and fail to report or fail to do what you've been paid to do, that's a problem. Avoid sensationalism and ensure political stability. Sensational headlines during framing, avoid that. Consider social media platforms as both a tool and as a challenge. Social media platforms. Avoid this syndrome of first to publish online, without checking for facts, without looking at what you are publishing, without looking at what you're sharing online. Cross-check your facts before pushing any information online, because once you share them, they may go viral and may be very, very hard for you to counter such information. Accurate reporting of final results during elections. Be careful. Don't rush to publish, because your image as a journalist will be at stake, and that of your organization may also be at stake. You may even be sacked for providing inaccurate information about the final results of the election. Wait until you cross-check all facts and you are sure of the results from a recognized body like INEC before publishing such results. Election incident reporting and data-driven oversight. Yes, you must be there on ground during campaigns, during elections, to give attention and report at what is happening. Covering and getting information from eyewitnesses. The last one, but not the least, is institutional collaboration. As a media professional, you are not expected to work alone. You are not expected to work alone, but you are expected to work with some bodies or organizations like INEC, CSOs, or even the REC, so that all information you are reporting on, you are publishing, are accurate and factual. For NUJ, just few recommendations for you as a professional media body. 1, I recommend that Nigerian Union of Journalists should strengthen media ethics. Training journalists on ethical standards and fact-checking practices is very, very important at this period. The second one, educating citizens to critically evaluate media content is also something that NUJ needs to embark on. Establishing impersonal regulatory bodies to monitor election coverage is also the work of NUJ. And I'm happy the National Secretary of NUJ is here. Collaborating with tech platforms to combat online misinformation is also very, very important. And as I've said, horse race journalism must be shunned by NUJ and promote issue-focused journalism over superficial polling narratives to enhance informed civic participation. Transparency must be enforced in social media algorithms and ads to mitigate echo chambers and manipulation. support fact-checking and disinformation monitoring. And then the trust must be restored. The trust of the electorate or voters must be restored by NUJ by encouraging responsible, balanced coverage across traditional and digital platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all I have to provide on this year's theme for this 2025 NUJ Press Week. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for listening. Please, we need to give a round of applause to our erudite professor for that professorial lecture. She delivered quite an interesting professorial lecture on the theme for today. And from what she said, there are some takeaways that we must bear in mind or have at the back of our mind as we move on in this program. Part of these takeaways are that the media have certain functions they're expected to perform in the society. Apart from their mandate of collecting information, making information, analyzing information, and disseminating information to their diverse audiences, they have to bear in mind that the kind of information expected of them in society must be valid and factual. The information must be accurate. It must be complete. It must be deprived of falsehood. And they must be fact-based. Again, she mentioned that journalists are also accused of misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation. Of course, when these things are prevalent, society has a low perception of journalists. And to be properly guided in performing their honorable duties of informing the audience, the journalists are guided by their identity role, framing, the watchdog role, and their capacity to provide platforms for political debate. In all this, we understand that the journalists have very crucial role to enable the citizens become better informed in order to take decisions about events in society. As we move on, one of the programs scheduled for today is a discussion of the theme, and in that time, the discussants will not show more light on what our erudite professor has said in her lecture. At the moment, we like to recognize some other personalities that came while the lecture was on. I will take some, while my colleagues will take the rest. We have here with us the National Secretary of NUJ, Comrade Achike Tunde. Comrade, you're welcome. Also in our midst is the Vice President of the team of NUJ, Comrade Aduke Esme. Hello, you're welcome. We also have the Secretary Southeast
acknowledging the person and personality of Comrade Emma Idom Ire. Comrade Emma Idom Ire, you're welcome, sir. We have here with us Chief Zebudaya Omoringwe Mobu, Debbie, KLS Contact, Debbie is here. Chief Zebudaya Omoringwe Mobu, alias Contact is here, live and
Are you seeing what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay, also here with us is the NUJ Assistant Secretary National in the person of Sitaman. Permit me to also recognize the Executive Chairman of Anambra State Education Board, the person of Dr. Vera Newman, who has consistently been implementing the policies of the state government on basic education. You're welcome. And as we are going on, we have some rapporteurs that will collate the activities for today. This is going to be done by Dr. Henry Turu and Dr. Julius, both of the Department of Mass Communication and University. I'd like to hand over the microphone to my colleague Shetra to continue the recognitions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Imana, if all one and one is on our topic, I want to thank you very much. Because no one in our life or another do. Only one of them are done. The man define a member one will amplifier, KJ with Twitter. So, Kaina Bata, Afwenya Maleni, Odogu, OKG Jemba, Israel Majesty, Obunanka, Igwenanka, Igwe Chilese, Nyana Lolo, Ocheze Nanka, Tuobia Igwe. Obunanka no, Onabo, Mfuranaga Fuigwe. Deje, no. Kaina Batapa, the NUJ Man of the Year 2025. Okay, Chinekeji and Lord Anambra State. Then is Ibo Odusiafe. The man Anambra Chief Architect. Okay, SLV. The NUJ Man of the Year 2025 and the MD CEO of Anambra State Brief on Public Procurement. I am saying how Commissioner for Health and State, and currently the Chief Medical Director of the Chukwuemeka University Teaching Hospital, I am talking about Dr. Joe Akabike, Uncle Bruso, yes. Chief Engineer Paul Enino, Paul B. Because actually I know Anambra State an extraordinary Nigerian, the MD CEO of Paul B Construction Company Limited. No,
All right, thank you very much, MC Shirley Joe. Okay. Moving on, Biko Kanye, Nabatakwa in a very special way. Many other eminent personalities, non-ATTIA for this August occasion. May I recognize the presence of Engineer Daniel Ekene Wanta, the MD Daniel Construction Company Limited. Sir, I ask again now, may God bless you for finding it necessary to be in our midst. May I also recognize Dr. Adeyinka Amosun, the Executive Director, MP Infrastructure. MP Infrastructure is here in our midst. You're welcome, sir. And I also acknowledge the hallowed presence of Honorable Chris Odemelope and Yohananka in on Etitiani.
Of course, all in fact, as I do this, everywhere, colon. We have in our midst, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Sir Architect Amobi Wafo, the Special Assistant to Mr. Governor of Anambra State on Strategy, Evaluation, and Execution. C. You are in our midst, and we say a very warm welcome to you, sir. None of us apologize. Yeah. Anyị wepụrụ n'etiti anyị Honorable Sir Chukwudi Umaba. Sir Chukwudi Umaba, an astute politician who has seen all with respect to politics and administration. Former state chair of the People's Democratic Party, Anambra State. Current convener of the Igbo political vanguard. I ask you, no, sir. You're welcome. May God bless you. May I also acknowledge. Right. May I also acknowledge the presence of the MD CEO, I guess, right, of GFAS. I speak of Honorable Chukwuemeka Fred Abata Nyawana Fumaka Anambra State ICT Agency. I saw him here a couple of minutes ago. Of course, they provide free internet services for Anambra. Also in our midst, Umochukwu, who members of Anambra State people in Enugu aspect. They have come to cheer their patroness, Princess Dr. Jessie Udoka. Anyina Siono no. Also amongst them, one of them, Chief Chika. I beg your pardon. We did recognize you a couple of minutes ago, but now I recognize what I. Zebediah, we welcome you once again. I recall growing up that you made my growing up fun, and I am sure that Nanda Mokita, the Gen Z generation, must be missing a whole lot. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, of course, it is the annual award ceremony of the NUJ, which began some 4 days ago. It is a grand finale today, and today they are recognizing a very wonderful set of people who have contributed immensely to journalism and, of course, the development of our dear state. Chief amongst them is the man seated in our midst, the special advisor to Mr. Governor on procurement, Anina Ewishiawel, and of course, saying a wonderful welcome to us all as we move on. Oh, just before I forget, we have in our midst as well the ever pretty, never aging Honorable Tochi Obi, the MD Anambra Hydroform. I ain't asking again, no. May God bless you. You're welcome.
Ogi chọrọ introduce Tochi Obi, he change your no. Kedu ụdị ibe dị ibe? Mana atara ngota, nwere onye fụlụ ya, I may change your no. As we prepare to move to the other items on the program, I want to say a little thing about Chief Zebediah Okoligwe Mobo, alias 430. Zebi darling. This man has been my boss. Anywhere he goes in Nigeria as a whole, he carries me along. And when we get there, he will talk for a while and hand over the microphone to me. Anyway, at first, people will start making noise, arguing that it's not you that they invited. No. But when I talk for a while, they will say, Mwa, continue. He has been a father. He has been a mentor. He has been a leader. He has been everything. Jesus Christ. You're a good man. You're a good man. We need to immortalize people like this. And I want to thank Mr. Governor. Mr. Governor has said that through him, new masquerade will come back. Yes. And he means it. You know, Professor Chukwumacha Soludo doesn't say anything he won't do. Oh, in anabata tochi, ineranya na kokoya. Wow. Let's make welcome a very intelligent, a very, very great woman. This woman, Mr. Governor knew why he brought her and made her Madam Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mrs. Chiamaka Nake, Madam Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget. Welcome. Welcome. Commissioner for Education. I saw her. That's another woman. Let's welcome Professor Ngozi Teresa Chuma Ude, Madam Commissioner for Education, Anambra State. I saw her. Get aside, I don't know. I saw her. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, this is the 2024 Man of the Year. 2024 Man of the Year. Yes, I'm very right. No. Okay. Yes, thank you. The 2024 Man of the Year just joined us. He is Dr. Anthony Chinedu Omade Agune Chemba Abagana. Okay, the man no. Now, there is something Njide will help us do. Njide, this is for you to do justice to. Do you know why this particular thing we want to do now is very pertinent and very, very good that we do? It's because the woman who instituted this is none other than that woman that we all look forward to being like. I want to invite my colleague, Kanchide Nyani, the declaration of the winner. Okay, so let Kanchide do justice to this.
We want to take one of the major highlights of today's program, which is the award of Professor Chinyere Stella Okunna Award for Ethical Journalism. This is one way that journalists are being encouraged to be ethical, to do the right thing, to have the best interest of the society at heart, while discharging their watchdog roles. And because our own dear Professor Chinyere Stella Okunna has been at the forefront of journalism instituted this award for some years now with a prize money. But in this 2025, she increased the prize money to 150,000 naira. And this is going to, and this 150, before now, it used to be the winner takes it all. But this year is going to be different. The winner, the first runner-up, and the second runner-up will also have something spectacular. So I'd like to call on the chairman of the committee for this award to get set to talk to us, but not without inviting Professor Chinyere Stella Okunna up here to give us a little information about her motivation for instituting this award. We would like to understand her interest, her motivation for instituting this award. Prof, please. Yes, so indefatigable professor, the first female professor of mass communication in Sub-Saharan Africa, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Paul University, Oka, the matron of NUJ. She's here, evidently happy, evidently excited. You're welcome, my prof.
Hello. Very distinguished guests. Our beloved man of the year for 2024. No. Journalist Darren Orino, I didn't come here to speak. I just want to say, in journalism, ethics is the cornerstone of our profession. If you are not practicing your journalism ethically, you shouldn't be in the profession. Ethics, ethics, ethics. It matters a lot. So to encourage journalists, really throughout my very long year career in journalism education, my core teaching subject has been ethics of mass communication. So I felt maybe we should encourage our journalists to try and be ethical when they publish, when they talk about people, character assassination, other unethical things that people do. We thought if we encourage them, the money is not very much, but then to win this award is quite prestigious. It shows you are doing well, practicing ethically as a journalist. Even at the national level now, there's now a National Media Standards and Complaints Commission recognized by the federal government. I'm a member of that committee. And the thing we are doing, please, the audience should know, if any journalist annoys you by publishing anything false, if you don't want to go to court, which we don't encourage, you can report at the national level and they will take care of whoever has done that. So this year, I am glad to hand over to the chairman, the very distinguished chairman. There's a panel of judges who receive stories every year and then assess them and decide, whoever they decide is a winner, we accept. Chairman.
Thank you, ma'am. Please, a round of applause for Prof. That applause is not enough. Please, a round of applause for somebody who has done a young woman's job and consistently does that. We go straight to the report of the jury panel on assessment of journalist entries for Professor Chinyere Stella Okunna Prize for Ethical Journalism 2025. We'll make it. It's not much. The jury panel of the prize for this year convened on 3 occasions, and we met virtually several times and deliberated on the entries. We receive entrance in the areas of processing. We receive entrance in pre-journalism category. We receive entrance on online publications. The panel took a thorough review of all the works, paying particular attention to adherence to investigative rigors, originality, balance of sources, style of presentation, relevance to public interest, and journalistic ethics. The jury is composed of practicing journalists, journalists in the academia, and journalists in the management. Among them are Jude Atupulaze, Editor-in-Chief of Fides, Henry Duru, PhD, a journalist and a lecturer in the University of Nagazikiwe University. Okay. Ajay Alfred, a former winner of this award and a staff of NTA, who is now in the jury. Chigozie Chukwuleta of Unizik FM, an editor in Unizik FM, and my humble person, Chuka Nabuife, fellow of Nigerian Guild of Editors, and chairman of the jury. In the course of assessment, the panel made the following observations: lack of investigative rigor. Many reports relied on secondary sources, such as telephone conversation and WhatsApp messages, rather than first-hand investigation. We also found weak adherence to journalistic principles. That is, a significant number of the submissions fell short in balance, relevance, style, and originality. There was also an obvious need for improvement in grammar and use of language. Paucity of content is one of them. But there were encouraging elements. We find some submissions that demonstrated promise, showing evidence of sound editorial judgment and commitment to professional standards. These findings serve as a call to action for journalists to recommit themselves to the ideals of thorough investigation, editorial excellence, and ethical practice. Recommendations. The panel recommends that we should strengthen the quality of entries in future editions. The jury recommended the following too. Journalists should practice and prioritize investigative journalism. There should be greater emphasis placed on key journalistic principles. I'm already there. They say I should be straight to the winners, but I should tell you why the winner won. Is that not? So let me just finish it. Writers should continue to develop editorial skills, as the panel noted encouraging signs of good editorial presence in some submission. By upholding these principles, journalists will elevate the quality of their work. And based on this, we have this assessment. We have only 2 persons shortlisted in this edition, in as much as our benefactor has given us a chance for 3. We have only the runner-up and the winner. If in next edition there happened to be improvement, we will have the second runner-up. So the first runner-up is the story why Anambra may not produce female governor soon. It's published in the Truth Online, and it's written by Okpa Ewa. Please, can she come up? coming, we have the winning story. The winning story is inside Anambra's troubled communities, written in the Sun newspaper, published in the Sun newspaper, and written by Aloysius Atta. Please, can he come forward? While he is coming, let's tell you the conclusion of the panel. The panel congratulates the winners and commends all participants for their submissions. While much remains to be done in promoting investigative journalism, Aloysius, please come forward. The award continues to play an important role in encouraging ethical standards, and we urge the Nigerian Union of Journalists nationally, not only in Anambra State, to encourage people like Professor Stella Okunna. Thank you very much. I made the presentation on behalf of Jude Atipulaze, Alfred Ajayi, Henry Duru, Chigozie Chupuleta, and my name is Chuka Nabife. We go straight to the presentations.
Thank you very much. Permit me, Sachuka Nabife, to plead with Ichie Damian Okekogene to come and help us to make this presentation to these winners. Okay, the runner-up. But I want to say something about the first person they call. She's my in-law.
Really?
My wife is from the same place with her. She did her youth service here, and she was retained. She's from Cross River State. So, and incidentally, Chie Okekogene lost my wife's people. He will make this presentation. Okekogene. Okay.
First, you give her the certificate. That's the one she will display conspicuously. Please, near microphone. Yeah. Ewa, I am thinking that you should stay a little bit by the extreme left so that Prof will be in the middle. When they give you for photo effect, then the certificate. If I can hear it.
Wow. Prof, I must start from you. No, I will give her, but it looks like you are the one winning it. But I know you will win an award about 40 years ago. So award is not more anything to you. So, my sister, on behalf of the NUJ Anambra State, we are presenting this certificate to you for a job well done. Continue. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Okay, Kogene, thank you. Okay, that's not when Kogene. Wow. 50,000 naira given to Opa Ewa.
I wish now. I'm sure that the money I can take. Okay.
Well, thank you very much. Once you smile to the photographs, we will now call on the winner.
Yes, Comrade Aloy Atta to step forward. Okay, yes.
Aloy, are you the in-law to? Are you the one, the in-law to? Okay. Everyone.
Please, Igwe.
Igwe Chidubem Iweka, please, we will want you to join us also in the presentation here. Let a writer give a writer a writer's prize. Your Majesty, please permit our not informing you in advance, but it is very important that you do. While he is walking up, the first runner-up has a story that is commendable in use of language and investigative prowess. And the next story that we are commending, the next story, the winner of the prize is also fantastic in investigation, and most importantly, the places the reporter went, you will know that he did. Now let's invite Igwe to present. Where is the certificate first? Aloy, don't forget yourself smiling. Mommy, present him now. Yeah.
Incidentally, Aloy is someone I know very well. A very talented writer, talented journalist. And I'm not surprised today that he's receiving this honor from the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Anambra State Council, Professor Stella Okunna Prize certificate. This is an honor well deserved. Aloy, I say congratulations.
Briefly, and take a photograph. There are more coming. Yeah. Now we also present the winner plaque to Mr. Atta.
Aloy is still coming. Here's another one, a plaque, the same honor, and we say congratulations to you. And we wish that you will be producing more and more masterpieces as you have been doing. Thank you very much.
Wait, your honors are not limited to just 2. You have more. He is the first person winning this star prize and check of this song. And we are looking forward to more of it. Aloy, smile, please. Now, they know the.
This is the most desirous of the 3 because it comes in it's paper, but very valuable. Congratulations.
You can now take your photograph, take your photo up. We thank you all for supporting us. All people who entered for the competition, we want more winners. Give us opportunities to struggle over your copies. We enjoy such work. I hand over to the MCs.
Thank you so much, the juries. Congratulations once again to the winners of the Professor Chinyere Stella Okunna Award for Ethical Journalism. Thank you so much. Professor Okunna, we cannot thank you enough. You have been motivating journalists over the years and you're not relenting. Well done. Well done. Now, as we can see that we are really making headway, and we would like to see this opportunity to recognize our awardees. Apart from our man of the year who is already here with his wife, the other awardees are here as well. We have in our midst Princess Dr. Jessie Ifeoma Udoka Menoba, the CEO, Queen Tova Helping Services, and Queen Tova Cares Foundation. We are glad that you're here and you'll be receiving your award in a short while. Also here is Honorable Ikechukwu Okafor, the CEO, Prince Ike Construction Company. He's going to be receiving an award in due course. Another awardee here is Honorable Dr. Tangod Chibike Anago, the mayor of Oka South Local Government Area. Oka North Local Government Area. He's here. And High Chief Emenike Anthony Mwakeze, Ogaopu of Oba Ofemili, and former PG, Oba Ofemili Town Union. He is the producer and importer of toner carpets in Nigeria. We are glad you're here. We are also going to award one of our own, Dr. Nelson Obinna Omenora, the special advisor to the governor of Anambra State on youth empowerment. At the appropriate time, we will tell you the details of their various awards. And we are going to progress without any further delay with the kola nuts, please.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I get General Knowledge. Open I watch Orgy, and you will see a program, but we also. Without further ado. So, Biko, Kedu Emeka Odogu, the host, the Buloji, Bugal, the chairman of the occasion, when we get Chelo, Ndigwe, Oji, Bugelu chairman of the occasion, Bo, Chief Ejamato, Chelo Ndigwe Oji, if open up again, you may possible. Put in the gorge then of whichever microphone. Get a microphone, also. Can I fed an origin?
Ndị be anyị ekene m ọjị abagokwa anyị aka ebunyere m ọjị as the chairman mana anyị bụ ndị Igbo enwe usoro anyị si eme ife biko kedu onye na-ebulu anyị ọjị oke Ugeju mara mbe na onwe ya nze thank you Ugeju nwa gị ikwu ọjị a nwere ọjị n'ọrụ nye oke bụ igwe amụrụ ọ bụrụ nwere ọjị ịkpụzie ọjị a nye my powerful deputy Igbo Amasị ebuzie ọjị a wee bunye Igwe na nka n'ọnya bụ the closest. Ọ dị mma. Ọ dị mma. Bunye Igwe na nka na ife dị mma. Bịa were microphone.
Sorry. Igwe nọ. Biko ịma ebe uche ma gwanụ nụ. Okay, asị ndụba Biko nwere onye ọka na-ebe achịrị echichi ma ọ wee ezigbo onye ọka nọ ọ bịagbara ọjị na-aba ndị ọka niile. Onye ọka n'ebe na-ejebere iwepụtara ọkpụkpọ igwe ọka were kpuo nke igwe ọka ebe uche akpa eziokwu. Egweghị igwe na-abụ n'ọka nwanne ndị be anyị ekele m ụnụ niile. Igbo Igbo ekele m ụnụ niile. Unu na-ekwere anya were sie nke ndị ọka ya na igwe nke ahụ were ofu ga-ebe ma nke ndị ọka were ofu hapụ ya. Biko ọchị ka anyị ji n'aka, ana m asọpụrụ chairman ndị igwe nyere m ọjị aka m gụọ n'ụbọchị taa, na-asọpụrụ ndị igwe niile mụ na ha na-emekọ igwe, ma igwe ndụ 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 ma igwe ndụ nwụrụ anwụ. Ana m agbakọ igwe niile ndụ gawara ibe, na-agbakọ ala Igbo niile, na-akpụ ibe niile na nka ji wee biri. Ohu mmụọ na nnụ mmụọ nọ na nka. Ọ gwara ụlọ ka m na-akpọ n'ụbọchị taa na nwa anyị nwoke a na-akpọ Honorable Architect Oke Ezeobi, Commissioner for Procurement. Ndị abụ anya na ndị abụ anya unu mana mgbe ọhụrụ na-ekwuru Commissioner for Procurement ọwụ ọkwanụ mmadụ niile ka a na-enye na onye nwere onye ọwụ onye okwe na-awụ na onye okwe na-adụ dawụla eziokwu. O were n'ọnụ ụbọchị taa Igbo niile Naijiria niile bịa ka ọ kwara ya ugwu na nkọrọtọ ndụ na-agbasa nta akụkọ ka e wee nye ya ugwu n'urie na ọya onye na-anọchite ndị Anambra niile na ndụ mmachi ibe na ndụ kwụrụ mkpụrụ eke nwoke nwa na ọya adọkara mma. Anyị na-akpali gị ugwu n'urugwu n'obodo anyị, oyibe obodo anyị nwụ na nka ebe a ka iji wee bido ụwa go wee ruo ebe ị nọ taa na Anambra steeti. Nwa na abaghị na-akwado onye abụrụ na mma. Ọ gwara ya nwa ọ gwala ọnụ dịka Daniel ya na ndụ eze ndị eze lụkọrọ ọrụ, eze dị iche iche lụkọrọ ọrụ. Ịma onwe ndị gọvanọ ya na-alụchala onye nke ọzọ wee bịakwa nke anyị nọ n'obi ya ọrụ atụ egwu Anambra steeti niile. Nke anyị nọ n'obi ya nwoke na-awụ okwu omebe. Nke anyị nọ n'obi ya ọ na-alụ isi na-alụ west na-alụ nọt na-alụ saut. Shi gọvanọ Anambra steeti ọ ji ebugo onye Abuja ụmụnne bụ eziokwu onye na n'aka Chukwu ka anyị na ọ ji emecharịrị maka na ibe Chukwu kele mmadụ ka o ji awụ ọka ọ na-arịgbe ka nwa nwoke ya na-arịgbe nwa n'ihe so na-arịgbe maka ibe na mmadụ na-akpọrọ akọ na ọkwa akpọrọ ya ọ ga-anụ gaa na o ji adịrịgụ na mma. N'ụbọchị tata anyị niile wụ ndị Igbo niile na ndị Igbo niile n'ebe a na-echetego ndị be anyị zụga na agwara aka ite esiri n'ọkụ na agwa adịghị ite asụ ọhụrụ na nwa m agwọ ndụ ka m na-ebu igu agwa aga m n'iru akwụkwọ udo akwụkwọ ọṅụ agwụ ibe akwagoro ibe enwe hei nwa m chi ewekwere na ụmụnne m ọlụkwana mgbe Chugo ji ama ugozu maka Chugo mara ugo macha egbetere egbu n'ime ugo ọ nachara acha ga-echu echu nwa m ịcha ka ene ya echuzi Chineke ebuligo gị enu onwe ya akwatugo na nke unu mere ibe unu mere tata nke a na-eme ibe imere ụbọchị urugbo ka Chineke ji chetego ekpere anyị na-ekpere gị ụbọchị urugbo ka Chineke ji echetego na-ebuliri igwe enu na-akwalitere ugo ezinụlọ gị ji awụrụ gị ngozi anyị Igbo niile ji awụrụ gị ngozi Anambra ji awụrụ gị ngozi anụ Naijiria awụrụ gị ngozi nwa m ichebe ije echere ịnọrọ ihe analụ ibiri echebe onweghị ibe ya akwago ma ọrịa ọkwa ịpụta be ndị mmụọ onye abebe mmadụ wụnụwa onye ọdọgụbara ndebe ọ n'ọdụ mmụọ nke ya onye zọrọ nsogbu okwukwe ọda ndị ọnụnụ mmụọ ọtọkọta na-erikpe mmụọ erigbunuwa ya anya nwa m Chineke ya gọziri ngo Chineke ya eburu ụgwọ ụzọ kpeele nga asụ na ezinụlọ gị na maala okwe na na ibe onye na oche awụ oche eze na onye n'aka nya na onye n'aka ekpe ọ nọ n'aka ekpe anọ n'aka nyi About the good Odia to put here, Maboya Drogunama. Even the Anambra State, Igwe, Nina, and the Miru Nina. When you're not too bad, that's what it is now. Chukupura is a better sister, Jesus Christ, is body my. Biko, 20 Obunanka, Oyo. It's you when you're project won't give you. Imana, Ndinaka na DJ. Onye amụrụ na nka ọ na-ebe. Mana adị m lucky na Obunanka nna bụrụ nwanne m. Then nwa Chinemelo ga-eze obi bụrụ my friend bụrụ nwanne m. Na Chineke gọziri ma gọzi. Kita biko ka anyị nabata the Dr. Johnson Osisioma. Biko anyị na-anabata gị na-asị gị nnọọ the MD CEO of ANSIPA. Mana enepụ m anya wee fụ ndị be anyị nọ the number 3 citizen of Anambra State, the Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Sir Somtochukwu Udeze Nnabeyi. No, Mr. Speaker, I na-asị gị nnukwu no. Ka Speaker na-ewere oche anyị anabatago Dr. Johnson Osisioma. No, the MD of ANSIPA. Ka anyị anabatakwo the special advisor to Mr. Governor of Anambra State on Health and Pharmaceuticals, Dr. Godwin Nnadozie. You're welcome. Anyị na-asị unu nnọọ. Ka anyị anabatakwo yes, Kanabatakuno, Chief Architect Mike Okonkwo. Yes, the Chairman of Anambra State Urban Regeneration Council, former Commissioner for Housing, Anambra State. Also, Aina Sigin No, thank you for being here. We also like to welcome Alhaji Sani Mahmood Sarki. Okay, Mahmood Sarki Hausa community, we welcome you. Kita, ladies and gentlemen, it will be my singular honor and privilege to invite the chairman of this great occasion to speak to us at this time. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome the Chief Chidi Enekwe Ejiamato to please come forward to speak to us on this auspicious occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chief Ejiamato. Ejiamato.
Ndị be anyị nọ nọ ekene m unu biko ife a bụ Man of the Year award. It's not a speech making day, so my speech will be very small or little, and that's hinged on welcoming all of you to this occasion. Man of the Year award won by architect Okezobi, I'm aware, was keenly contested. When I say it was keenly contested, he never knew he will win this award. As a matter of fact, that he's winning it is a big surprise to him. I'm aware of that. Because surprisingly, he started topping everybody and eventually won it. So to the surprise of even himself, because from the beginning, I was there, I'm aware. Oh, as a matter of fact, when he started, he scored 0. Then people started picking interest. And he got evened up with everybody and topped everybody with a wider margin. That at a stage he just said, I don't think they will meet up again. You see, you want this thing, it's not a small thing, and that is how we got here. Because I wish to thank every person that made himself available here. Everybody, Ndigwe, Anokwanana, all the government functionaries that are here, all Wobodo, and ladies and gentlemen, Arizunu for coming. I promise you, as the chairman of this occasion, it won't take too long. If I was sitting, cinema sitting, in a position I was setting for Ifeanyi, and it's not the wish of anybody to let that food get cold. So my promise is that we won't be here for too long. After the man of the year gets his award. Thank you, and thank you very much for coming.
Hey, onye megi chairman mali voji megi chairman. Tony chairman. Thank you. Yes, DJ, you're doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to crave your indulgence to welcome the Chief of Staff to Mr. Governor of Anambra State, Mr. Ernest Ezajori. Ikengo Rumba, you're welcome. And also, double mayor is here, mayor of Atlanta, former mayor of Orumba South local government area, talking about Chief Neville Uchendo. Aina again no.
Right, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please permit me once again to acknowledge the hallowed presence of the Chief of Staff to Mr. Governor of our state, Gentleman Ernest Ezajuri. I ain't asking no, sir. May God bless you immensely, and thanks for being here. Indeed, we are here for a conversation that is very, very critical, and we have actually begun that exercise by the speech given by the guest speaker earlier today, ushering us into the role of the media, speaking of the Anambra State media in terms of election reporting. And I must say very big thank you to her once again. Moving on, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to invite to speak to us, albeit briefly for want of time, that man who has stirred the sheep of the NUJ in Anambra State, for the past 1 year or thereabout, and who has taken it to heights that we never imagined. Please join me, Omochukwu, as I invite to the podium to speak to us, Comrade Odogu Emeka Odogu, the NUJ Chairman, Anambra State Council, PhD. I must not forget that. Comrade Odogu Emeka Odogu, PhD. Please come talk to us. Your welcome address, indeed, of course, that is what you are invited. You are my co-comrade in struggle, and of course, my chair in unity. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say that today is the greatest day in the affairs of the Union. In the last 4 years, I've been in the saddle. May I say, Your Majesties, Your Honor, Mr. Speaker, Man of the Year 2024, Aguna Chemba Abagana, Man of the Year 2025 in Nwekin, Aktetoke SOB, and Matron of the NUJ, Zebudayo Kirigumogbo, Elias 4:30. Our awardees, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be before you because this event took much from us. We normally plan this event around November, first week of November. But because of the election of Anambra State, we shifted it down. We shifted it down. Because our man of the year is equally coming back to join this event. He already booked his flight for November. When we told him we have shifted it back to August, it was like, good enough. He came all the way from Canada to be here to come and hand over to the new man of the year. Agune Chemba Bagana, you are welcome. This award was very competitive. Somebody came and wanted to have this award from us. And he said he's going to give us 100 million to be the man of the year. I laughed because money is nothing. What is important in life is integrity. And we want to be doing this award based on honor and integrity of the union. Because NUJ, led by the national president, Mr. National Secretary of the NUJ, you are not around here. Zonal president of the NUJ, because you can end the NUJ also. Thank you very much. Why are we doing this? We use this opportunity to recognize people who have done well for the society, not by us recommendations, by the recommendations of the society. And today, we are here to recognize the awardees, which very soon we will unveil them. Needless to start mentioning their names. We will unveil them. But I want to talk specially for the man of the year 2025-2024. In 2024, when Agune Chemba Bagana emerged, Dr. Umade emerged, we were scared on how to host the event. But to the glory of God, Dr. Umade not only hosted a grand event for the NUJ Man of the Year 2024, he took it to a notch we never expected. That day, it was very warm reception for our guests and everybody. We recorded about 3,000 guests. We were choked. And today, the Man of the Year nominee 2025, Aketoke Ezobi, is taking it to a notch higher than what we expected. Please clap for him. He took it to a notch. This is the first. We are doing this event in this environment, ICC. And it took a lot from him to support us to take this event to this place. Okay, we are grateful. We are very grateful. Thank you very much. And I want to assure you, everyone that's here, this event, because journalists are moral barometers of the society, the gadfly of the society, and conscience of the society, we are not worried about who attends our event or who does not attend our event. What we are worried is the mindset of people coming to associate with us. Because the journalism you know can make or mar. True of us? True. And I, Comrade Odogomekodogu, PhD, the chairman of NUJ Anambra State, is a field marshal in what we do and what we do well. And because of that, I'm grateful. I refuse to recognize everyone that are in this hall because so many dignitaries are here. That's why I say, ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate you for making our time to come and be with us. We are very delighted. We are glad to have you. Even people from Enugu State, a delegation from Enugu State came all the way from Enugu, led by Zebrai and others, to witness what we are doing. We are very grateful. People from Macron's Foundation, Humanitarian Foundation, even came with a large crowd too. We are grateful to everyone that is in this hall. In NUJ, behind the CBN, if money had been the goal, I would have collected 100 million naira. Go and set things up going there. But it's not about money. It's about us setting a standard. And the standard we have set in the last 4 years is speaking for the society, speaking for the good of the society. And today, in that compound, we want to use this event after today to take that NUJ compound to the next level. In the last 30-something years, we have not got 34 years, there's no fencing in that compound. There's no journalist hangout in that compound. There is not restaurant for journalists in that compound. There's no sports bar in that compound. Even no bar, nothing. And we are requesting for your support, your solidarity, for us to turn that environment around. We will be glad if this is done to support us. On this note, I want to assure you and assure the Mr. Speaker. You know, when I saw you, I was like, you had time today to come and stay with us because you have been so busy in the last 2 weeks. I'm aware of that. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all you do for us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Honor, you know you love journalists, but sometimes it's like we are provoking you. This is an opportunity to say we are your friend, and we are friend of the government and people of Anambra State. And we have been projecting the government and people of Anambra State in the last 4 years. In any way, the government can support journalists to work better. Please, Mr. Your Honor, do not hesitate. It is us, we are Anambrarians. And those who are not from Anambra are friends of Anambra people. For the good of the society, for betterment of mankind. Please, I want you to take this message back to His Excellency, that we are his children and we are always doing things for the good of the society. That's what the National Secretary, representing the National President of NUJ, told him yesterday when we met him. So please, always, whenever you hear journalists, whenever you hear NUJ, please know that they are very, very key factor of what's happening around the society. And do your best for us. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bore you with speeches. Your Royal Majesty, the Chairman of Traditional Rulers in Anambra State, I'm very happy you come with so many traditional rulers to support us. You know, in the morning you told me that I didn't remind you. I'm sorry for that, but thank God Igwe Omasi reminded you and you are here. Mommy Prof, please, I want you to take our greetings and solidarity to every other person that is inside this hall. Thank you very much. Let me not bore us, because I have so many things to say. But because we didn't start on time, the time we're supposed to start, I want to end this address by saying, may God bless Anambra people in Jesus' name.
Okay, we want to appreciate our own dear State Chairman of NUJ, Comrade Odogu Emeka Odogu PhD. I believe he has so much to say, but let's reserve the speeches for another time. At this juncture, let us quickly invite the National President of NUJ, Comrade Al-Hassan Yahaya, who is here represented by the National Secretary of NUJ, Comrade Achike Chudi. We'd like to hear you. Tell us what you feel about the event so far.
Greatest Nigerian journalists, greatest Anambra people, and of course, greatest Nigerian people. Thank you. It is easy to say all protocols observed, but somehow that has a way of, in a way, dampening the importance of distinguished dignitaries that are here. So, I'm conscious of time and time management, so I will just try and do this as quickly as possible. The greatest respect to the Chief of Staff representing the Governor of the state, the Speaker of the House, dignitaries from government, the Royal Highnesses, the traditional rulers representative of their people, the first female professor in the Department of Communications. You know, she's one of the community as simplicity, so she will not know her work, so we do it for her. Professor Stella Okunna. The keynote speaker, Professor Angela Nkiru, one more, who gave a speech at a pivotal moment in the life of the state, a few weeks to the election. So it was good that she also took the opportunity to address our journalists on their roles and their responsibilities. And she did not pander to the media. You could also see that she did a bit of a critique on the role of the media, the behavior of the media, and the expected outcomes of a good journalism. Of course, Dr. Umadi, the man of the year 2024, the man of the year, the incoming 2025, then a man that gave me so much joy, and I think when one of the MCs was talking, he talked about a man that gave the Southeast first, the Southeast, at a difficult moment in the history of this country. The masquerade then, not the new masquerade, the masquerade then, gave up renewed hope after a period of disillusionment. His royal and white powerless, Chief Zebudaya Okorigwe. Of course, Chief Okpala himself. Yesterday, we did something, I think 2 days back. We went on a tour. Because you see, when the Constitution, of course you know that the Constitution is the journalism profession is the only profession that is given due recognition by the Nigerian Constitution. And there's a reason for that. Because good governance is dependent on good journalism. When we get it right, in terms of the role and responsibilities of the media, then you will put the fire under the feet of political actors for the good of the government. And so yesterday, 2 days ago, we did a tour. I happened to be around, so I joined them in the tour of various projects in the state. And I understand, and I realized that this was a tour that was undertaken through the initiative of the journalists, of the media in the state. On their own, they pulled resources together and said, let us do this. And there's one thing we have always told them. When you go on tours such as this, you must remember the role you have. That is to hold government accountable. And in doing that, we are not saying that the media should have an antagonistic or adversarial disposition towards the government. No. The media is supposed to be a partner to good governance, a partner to political actors, to hold them accountable, but to be responsible when they are reporting anything that is going on with government. So if they want to have a handshake with government and government officials, we have no problem with that. But the problem we have is when that handshake goes beyond the elbow, then you could tell that there is something there. So that partnership is key. And then yesterday, we also now had the opportunity to visit His Excellency. I think he was having a media dialogue on the occasion of 34 years of the anniversary of Anambra State. Well, I'm from Lagos, Kumabuja. So I saw, perhaps I'm not used to that, but I saw a governor that stood up for about 2-3 hours. So after the discussion, after his engagement with the media, they asked him questions. And the questions were fair. The questions were not pandering. They are also challenging. So when I was now commenting about the longevity
of the governor's speech or discussion, they laughed and they said he does it for 6 hours, 8 hours. That's some form of accountability. Because you can say, I do not owe it to the people of Anambra State to explain what we have done in the past few years. But he took time, broke everything down. It is now left for the media to also determine all of those things that the governor had talked about. But I saw somebody that was abreast with what was going on in the state. So and I think that that is a very good thing too. Lastly, the governor talked about all the laudable projects that have been going on in the state. And the need, and somebody took him up, asked him a question about, organizations, mass-based organizations, manufacturing industries, and all of that. How many of them have come to the state, or how many of them are planning to come to the state on the basis of what the government has put on the ground? And he mentioned a few, Nasima and some others, which is a good thing. But sometimes, at this it is good that we have the functionaries of government. I'm not exactly aware that the Anambra State government has entertained or hosted a NEC of the Nigerian Union of Journalists. I think this will be an opportunity to bring the whole of Nigeria, all of the journalists from the 36 states of the country, including the Federal Capital Territory, to host them to a momentous event in this state. If other states are able to do that, I know that the Anambra State government is more than capable of doing this. So I'm hoping that they will be able to use this and pass this message to the governor that the NUJ National will want to, because again, I have a personal interest. I am from Anambra State. I have been going to other states for the neck, of the union. And I want to take delight in the fact that it is happening in my state. So the NUJ here, obviously, we need the support for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why it is an NUJ event. When they speak with eloquence, intelligence, and authority. Put your hands together for the National Secretary of NUJ representing the National President. Now, because Anambra State is an agenda with a deadline. It's like, let me invite to speak to us the number 3 citizen of Anambra State. You know why? Una days weekend. All what we was in Anambra State is an agenda with a deadline. No time to waste. So let's invite the Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Sir Somtochukwu Udeze Nabenyi, to speak to us on this occasion.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please, I will prefer to stand on already established protocol because of want of time. First, I want to really appreciate the chairman, Comrade Odogwu Emeka Odogwu, who happens to be my personal friend. Yes, I was invited to be here today, both the comrade and my good friend, the NUJ Man of the Year 2025. First to appreciate Engineer Okezobi. I think for all you do for the state, the value add to the state, doing everything possible to save for the state. I think you merit this award. And to NUJ, I think the strength of journalism in modern day democracy cannot be overemphasized. I think the voice of journalism, the advocacy you guys are doing to support democratic development in the country, I think we are doing great. Most times, it's as if probably you guys, through what you're supposed to do to promote good governance, not that people attack the government, but I think in Anambra, I think the NUJ is doing a great job to support the government. And there's no way, when you talk about good governance, I think the men of the press should, at any point in time, look towards supporting any government that has the interests of the masses at heart. What we are doing in Anambra of today is a common goal. It's a common goal for Anambra to survive. And most times, I think the legislature is being misunderstood on our basic role to support the executive in whatever they are doing. In Anambra, I think for the past 2 years, I think the State of Assembly have tried, work hard to support, not just to support the executive, but for Anambra to grow, for more development to come to Anambra, down to the grassroots. I think there's always need for a cordial relationship between the executive and the legislature. In Nigeria today, I think when you look at what is happening, I think the legislature is the most endangered when you talk about democracy. So I would like to solicit for a strong coverage of what is happening in the State House of Assembly, most especially in Anambra State. We are elected to represent the people. We are elected to be the voice of the people. And in doing that, there's no way you expect us to achieve this without receiving criticisms, both from the journalists and the masses. But at the end, what we are clamoring for is a stable society. And the only way we can be able to achieve this is to have laws that will strengthen whatever the executive is doing. I'll end this way. The Man of the Year, I think, is a great award. And I thank God that you, Engineer Oke, is receiving this award to promote the good governance in Anambra State. Comrade, I heard you well. From my training, I will visit the office. If there is any support we are going to give, we are going to support. I don't know.
Mr. Speaker, Anambra State is blessed. In the House of Assembly, the leadership and the members of the House are top notch. In the executive led by Mr. Governor, they are extraordinary. In the judiciary led by the Chief Judge, Honorable Justice Onochie Anyachebelo, you see men and women of integrity. In the local government system, where you have the mayors, you have people who are just not ordinary people. And one of them is going to receive an award today. And that person receiving an award is a great friend of mine, a lover of the people, a comrade, get the 001. No. Thank God I got where can I know what's Baba? Where see you from Ban Keta and Meze, the Ruben Matnago. Say I'm outside there now. Mamuna Nequapa. Mayor, you're welcome. Mayor of Oka North, I make any singing, a well-deserved honor. Now, it will be time to invite someone from royalty. Onye nachi pointe kita, amonyeli enime royalty. Otoyite royalty ba anya aka. Oneme royalty na-eme ofuma. Bule a leader, an exemplary leader. Join me as I invite to speak to us on this auspicious occasion His Royal Majesty Igwe Chidubem Iweka, Esi Iweka the third, Enso Obosi Ogalagidi, the chairman of the Anambra State Traditional Rulers Council. Igwe Nwelu Swag, Igwe Gaba Ifu Igwe Okuloka, that has brought peace and prosperity to his kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ogalagidi. Tuoni Ogalagidi.
Ogalagidi.
Igwe.
Itu kasekwa afa nke a. Ma deba. Ndị Igwe ekene m unu. Igwe amụlere na ebe a, Igwe na nka. My deputy bụ Igwe Amasi. And na ekene Chief of Staff. Na ekene Speaker of the House. Let me stand on existing protocols. When ekene the man of the moment, Engineer Oke SOB. Now I say congratulations. From Okuni Nekueba, Okosina, this honor, and Tata, an honor, very well deserved. NUJ, incidentally, the first female journalist, graduate journalist in the sub-Saharan region, Professor Chinyere Okunna, is also my one of the trustees and also the president of the Nigerian Book Foundation, of which I am a trustee. I know Odogwu Kabu. I said, despite the almost short notice, Odogwu Nadani. If any in Association of Nigerian Authors events, Nigerian Book Foundation events, you not only participate, but you participate on a very high level. And I thank you. Today is a great a great day, this honor being given. The honors, the certificates issued to the three deserving people also, journalists for their journalistic excellence. Incidentally, I know that Odogu doesn't know, neither Professor Okunna, that I was once a journalist, a practicing journalist. I was chairman of Nigerian Mirror newspapers and co-editor for 4 years. I won't speak for long because I can see that the items on the programs are about 32 or 33. So I'll speak very shortly. I want to seize this forum to advise the young journalists, especially the professional journalists, that this is a time to show your excellence, a time to show who is a journalist and who isn't. I thank Professor Wamo, who spoke. She spoke so well. The paper she delivered. I learned a lot today too. Today, everybody is a journalist. Everybody claims to be a journalist. Even the illiterate grandma in the village who has a phone, an Android phone, takes shots of things, whatever events that she observed, and posts it on the social media. Sometimes these posts have no dates. What you will hear is happening now, happening now. No date. No mention of the place where it's happening. 3 years later, it is still circulating, happening now. Now, this is a time where everybody picks up an Android phone, or an iPhone, disseminates information that are false, information that is unverified, and people pick it up and spread the message all over the world. By the time you know that it is false, it has probably damaged something. As a royal father, the advice I give today, what Professor Okunna mentioned about ethics, ethical journalism. What I'm posting, is it right? Is it true? Is it going to incite violence? Is it going to incite falsity? What is it going to do to the community? And that is the most important thing, because we must report what is accurate, what is just, what is true, and what will not cause trouble. That is my advice to the journalists. Please make sure that you, the professional journalists, that you set yourselves apart from all these fake news and inciting news that is flying all over the place, because that is what will keep peace. At a time like this, when the state is approaching the election period, and we have a governor, Governor Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, who is working hard to make the state, our state, a better place to live, security-wise, development-wise. This is the time to use your pen to support the progress going on in Anambra State, so that our state will be a better place to live. Let me stop here. Thank you very much.
Hi. Tuoni Ogalagidi. Okome.
mana ọ na-adị mma efu igwe ya bụ igwe. Do you know that His Royal Majesty Igwe Chidubem Iweka is an author, is a writer, is a public speaker, and now leader of his people and custodian of culture and tradition of his people. Thank you very much. Iga chikanga, iga adindu luo mwe ebighị. Ịma na asị na igwe ga-adị ndụ luo mgbe ebi ebe ndị mmadụ eche ma ọ na igwe ama join ezi ndị nna nna ala. Ọ ga-join ma oge elue. Kama nọ na ibuli igwe nọ forever. Ụmụ gị ga-abụgide prince and princesses until ụwa agwụ. Nobody will clean it. So that is why eji asị na igwe ga-adịgide ndụ luo mgbe ebi ebi. Igwe daalụ.
As we move on, we'd like to invite our 2024 NUJ Man of the Year, Dr. Chinedu Anthony Umadi, Agone Chembabagana, for a very brief remarks. Yes, we are glad you stayed to witness today's event. You can see our 2024 NUJ Man of the Year coming on stage, and he's going to express his views now.
Greetings, everybody. The Executive Governor of Anambra State, ably represented by the Chief of Staff, the Speaker, Anambra State House of Assembly, Igwe Weka, Igwe Obosi, Igwe Mweru, Ogene, Igwe Omasi, Igwe Nanka, Nalolia, Engineer Zobi, Onya Jimakia Wenolotata, the Director of Commissioner of Public Procurement, Anambra State. I were some commissioners, Commissioner Mefo. I saw him around. I'm from Bob Manuel Udogu. I greet all of you. The National President of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, ably represented by the National Secretary, Professor Konna, Professor one more that delivered the opening speech. I greet you. Udogu, Chukwemego Udogu PhD, Nukumong, in a Mifesi Liga, Mafuga Mama Nogin and Mifenina, Afakaina, Ekenengi. Many other dignitaries here. Monday Maro. Chiefs of Buda Yokurikomo, well, as 4:30. Angolini and the Southeast Abbreviate Journal on the whole Nigeria, and Ekenego Nisi. I greet everybody. I remain yours, Dr. Chinedu Madi, Agune Chemba, Onyabag and Akamfu. The current Anambra State Man of the Year. Maga engineers will be a Kenya Kogia. Mbano. I can hear. If I say I won't hand over, I will continue. And I'm still thinking about it. You can't bear off more. Magama Magam more. You can't bear off you still have an opportunity. But I congratulate you. The NUJ. Today I brought my day. Today will Dr. Izobi's day. Even you were better at because last year, on where goes you were there. But if you change a date. But to get that, I'm about to get this in a matter of us. Not good Namanoria, Naya no pattern. And you gave me that opportunity. And it was received, I received the award in absence. We're sitting now on the handover. If first of all, I must be here. Being Anambra State, I'm not going to even those or Buchonia, the German be Bucham, or the Modia, Moniana, Dramayana Chia. Anambra State is one of the greatest states in Nigeria. Anambra. He mentioned Anambra States everywhere. For Akobalaga, for the new game. Makivai Nemes Erika. This is a great state. One of the states they push where federal government and you and will be lucky within the Nigeria. So I'm proud to be an Anambra man. And I'm sure that many people know here, they're very proud to be Anambra people. I'm a swap in the manner, and then I all I'm trying to say is that Anambra State is a wonderful state. So being made NUJ Man of the Year, or something I carried with great honor. If award go titles, if I remember, I'm also the NUJ Man of the Year, just for your information. Which I get there. And Magara Katakawa, Macabu, you put on you, Mamma. You get one day, I can see no more if a pastor. If a pastor can't go. If you get NUJ Man of the Year, I brought a small one. So, engineers will be, I congratulate you. I'm going to on them, on them, well, you can. If Roger last year that I took it to a notch, after this year, you general. So I congratulate you, and I hope that you will carry this honor with great pride and do as much as you can. In open government, so I'm and the government can put that. Coming to the NUJ, the team, journalism in election year. All the very important. Objective and honest reporting. Ethics is very important. Professor Kunna Metuliaka, Igwe Weka the third Metuliaka, all the very important. If a change go in reporting, I wasn't bad at TNT and AGNTS or ABS, Mbamba, and AGNT and ABS, Nega Fancha. Mana social media is where everything is. One of the things I now lack in journalism in Nigeria and Anambra State, Anyaka dominates very online. You know, my daughters, at the phone and then you update even a man. Update if I na phone. Election if I phone a phone. So the only advice I have for the NUJ, please do what you can. Kaba social media. So that when you go false information, or the correct and can correct. But then feeding is also false information. Give you happening now. One I will knock at them for happening now. Or one hour, it's a picture you go about. Tinyan a few, Nasi is a walk on a wafer. Mulufu, Baba, see where is this happening? As you don't mind them, this happened 5 years ago. Man, I panic you go already. Manabu and current reporting online, everything that will be better. Mangu no putata. Udogo PhD. Iya quarter guy will go Gamma committee offense sometimes. In a who even a men office, is in Aluro no ba. Or Mayakono Yagobasi. Because there will be no bar built for you. Mr. Speaker, because he abolished this one. We are not going to build a bar for you. I alulu never and go coffee na tea. Unu mo coffee na tea than that biscuit. Una mulanya. Una report. I malifu na report. Yeah? But I'm aware there were many things they need, man. And we Google me faki. Obuni iketi na APS na network. Iketi golumia. If offensa, mal offensa. I'm looking at offensa. Mal but no bar. I thank everyone here present. I'm very grateful that the association is going higher and higher. Dignitaries in a bar, Ogosin, even a member of the Mount Nemofma. When you see a coach, if I never the money. Opening a Makama say get up a cage. And you judge the you're doing very well. Continue what you're doing. Dr. Engineer Zobi, big congratulations. Because anything you keep me informed, I'm always here. I also want to thank my team because last year when my team moved to Leba. This year, if I see I we didn't support them. Man, ya mama na re FNM. I'm making no chani no there. Because I'm making no. Thank you very much.
Wow. Biko anakukwa keba. Hey. Chineke nna. Unu mana asi amu nwoke nya bụrụ nwoke. Amụkwa nwaanyị nya bụrụ kpo nwaanyị. Njide ka bịa. Dr. Njide, who is now not just a journalist but also a university done, a lecturer. Jenana Bogegi so Dochalo. More about a journalist myself.
Hey,
Mana,
come back.
a sort of Nanka. Raponi Vineme.
Bring your phone down now. Which one? Bring your phone down.
Can the needful? Okay.
We are grateful that the man of year 2024 has done great. And we are calling on His Royal Majesty Igwe of Umweri to kindly come up to help us do this. Your Majesty, Okebo the third, the second, Okebo the second, Traditional Law of Umweri, please come up. Doctor, PhD, Paul University. What we want to do is to thank him for successful tenure. For 1 year, there is no kind of scandal, no problem, nothing. It was huge success. And today, National President, Mr. President, please come. And today, it is a huge success. Hence, we appreciate him with a certificate of honor and this duvet. This duvet is for the wife. It's an appreciation. Thank you, Agune Chamber.
Ndị igwe no Anambra ekene munu Nigeria ekene munu ndị NUJ Anambra State Council nke onye isi ebe Emeka Odogwu Emeka ndị be anyị sị na onye mee mmụọ m ugboro na-abụ onye mezi m bụrụ n'oge o mere eme ana ochele mma ya chi ọzọ anọdụ alụ ọlụ ka onye na-alụ ọlụ ji mara onwe ebe ọ na-eme Agụneche mba Abagara Dr. Chinedu Anthony Umade ọlụgo 2024 n'uwe sị na a ga-ekene ekene na onye mere ka ya mere ka mmadụ. So Dr. Chinedu, biko ife a na-agwa gị certificate a na-enye gị bụ gị mele gaba na imere ọfụma, gị mele gaba na-eme mma na-aga na ọ ga-adịle gị na mma na ibe iji eme ọgọ na onye akọnarịrọ gị n'afa Jizọs.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Of course, we move on. This is to say that now indeed, Anambra Madu, where we have people like Agune Chemba, indeed, Ojo, Amantuani, Nekuanya, for Odemade Deka, Mbuzenanka, Mana, indeed, Anambra Madu. Moving on, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a day of recognition. It is a day of awards to recognize distinguished Anambra who have contributed in more ways than one towards the development of our great state. And so, all right, and so at this juncture, I most humbly invite a young man who has done so much in this regard. I speak of the mayor of Oka North local government, Honorable, thank God, and our former SUG president, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, to please come up for this special recognition and award of honor. Biko, Baketebesa na echichi nwere onye ọ na-ekwesị.
Ebeleze, come forward for citation of Honorable Thank God Anago. Please, Ebeleze, come forward fast.
Right. The young man, Honorable Thank God Anago, who the current mayor of Okanot local government, who have been transforming that community in more ways than one. Obido not that. No take Obido. Right, and so it will be commencing with his citation, which is to be read by Bele Eze. Honor, distinguished Mayor Aine Chegin.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am privileged to be given the honor to read the citation of a man who has a tall CV. He is no other person than Honorable Thank God Chibike Anago, PhD, the People's Mayor, redefining grassroots governance in Okan North. Okenwa Abogo, rooted in legacy and driven by service, popularly known as Okenwa Abogo or Onyolo Obodo. Honorable Thank God Chibike Anago exemplifies a new generation of visionary leadership, deeply rooted in community service, integrity, and transformational development. Born into the noble family of late Chief and Mrs. Echetabo Anago of Irunebo Kindred, Amezike Village, Mbaku, in Okan North local government area of Anambra State. His life has been one of purpose, vision, and unwavering service to humanity. Like I said earlier, he has a very tall CV, and if I continue to read and go on that, we will not go here today. So suffice me to give a brief summary of his citation. Real impact, real results, real leadership. His impact at the grassroots level is both wide and deep. As a two-time senior special assistant on youth mobilization under former Governor Willie Obiano, Honorable Thank God Chibike Anago became a trusted mobilizer of youthful energy and a voice for inclusive governance. His appointment in August 2023 by Governor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, as the Transition Committee Chairman for Okan North Local Government Area defined his reputation as a capable, people-oriented leader. Following a keenly contested local government election, Honorable Anago was elected Executive Chairman Mayor of Okan North Local Government Area on September 28, 2024. Since then, his administration has made tangible strides in delivering the dividends of democracy across the council area. In education and health service, his governance has distributed learning materials to primary schools and offered scholarship to over 50 students. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our 2024 Man of the Year Award, 2025 Man of the Year Award, the Speaker, members of Nigerian Union of Journalists, the representative of the National President of NUJ Al-Hassan, my colleagues, I hereby present to you Onyolo Obodo, the Mayor for Okan North Local Government Area, for this prestigious award.
Thank you very much. Please, may I very specially seek
invite the Honorable Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, the ever amiable NECA, Chiamaka Naki, I beg your pardon, to please do us the honor of presenting this award.
Thank you so much for the privilege to present this award to our mayor, the Mayor of the Year award. It goes to our mayor, Mr. Anago, Mayor of Anambra North, Oka North. Congratulations, yeah. Congratulations, yes. And also this, we are presenting this to you. Congratulations. This is an award for more work, and this for 2025, hopefully 2026. Yeah. Onyolu Obodo. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah. Thank you. Any other thing? Oh, okay. Okay, for the wife. Okay. Please take this home. You should get home. Congratulations for the work done. Yeah.
Bikono. Kai bonyitezie. Kai nabata onye so colleague e we bia. Bo Captain Kasmir Nwafo, retired, the mayor of Orumba North local government area, because Tony captain. No. Now, Ukwo Balachala, I know can ever get a no. Kaibo Intesia, Chief Emenike Anthony Mwakese, although poor Obo family. Yes, producer of Tonel Car Paint Nigeria. Biko, and to read a very, very abridged citation of Odobwe is a comrade Tochukwu Ifejika. Please put your hands together for Odobwe.
I only need one life. See, I see daylight in sunrise. I will never leave your side. I will never. I dedicate my life to you. I die. Only the and all mine. You be my key online. Yeah, I'm feeling good tonight. As I stay here with my guys. I got plenty. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm privileged to read the citation of High Chief Mwakesa Emenike Anthony, the recipient of NUJ Anambra 2025 Most Community Service Award. High Chief Mwakesa Emenike Anthony was born on 21st July 1976. He began his education at Progressive Primary School in his hometown, Oba Ofemili, Oka North Local Government, Anambra State.
After completing primary education, he proceeded to Onitsha for apprenticeship under Mr. Gilbert Obiora at number 38 Ozomank and Odaku Onitsha. For want of time, I'm going to skip some verses and go to the, because we are running out of time. After successfully completing his apprenticeship, he established his own business and began to grow steadily. With dedication and hard work, he thrived in his trade. After a few successful years in business, he got married to the love of his life, Mrs. Nwakego Emenike Nwakeze. In April 2027, their union is blessed with 5 lovely children, 2 boys and 3 girls. And he is the MD, the CEO of Tunnel Chemicals Industries Limited, UBA or OBA, do I call it OBA Chemical Industry Limited, Nwakeze Global Chemical Limited, Muna E-Ventures Limited. With his determination, we can say that he's a man that grew from grass to grace. And leadership also earned him the trust of his community. He was elected as the President General, PG, of his community, serving from 2001 to 2004. During his tenure, he worked hard to bring development, meet the needs of his people, and maintain peace and unity in the community. His efforts earned him respect and recognition from both the people and local government authorities. I hereby have the singular honor to present to you High Chief Nwakeze Emenike Anthony, the recipient of NUJ Anambra 2025 Most Community Service Award.
Please, we want to implore the traditional ruler of Nanka to come forward for this presentation.
Mommy, girl. My bestie.
This is an award given to you, and it's meritorious. If you don't want it, they cannot give it to you. Every award is for what you have done, not for what you are going to do in future. So it shall be well with you. You are well recognized. This is the certificate. Precious received by you. So much for what you have done. Yeah, amiable wife. To Christian well. Yes.
Can your daddy stand for you? Shame with the Yes.
Biko ana m ekele ndị NUJ azụ Chineke gọzie unu gọzikwuo ndị bịara ebe a taa gọzie egwu obosi igwe na nka igwe na ebe a taa ana m recognize everybody ka Chineke gbaa unu ume n'aha Jesus. God bless you all.
Congratulations once again, Chief Oda Opu of Oba Ofemmili. Next on the list is an award presentation to Princess Dr. Jessie Ifeoma Udoka Menoba, founder and CEO, Queen Toba Helping Services. And And to receive this award on her behalf is Barrister Michael Okoye, the coordinator of Queen Toba Cares Foundation International. We are calling on GRFSC Okoye to come forward for the citation.
She's worth more than gold, like the stars in the sky. She's worth more than gold.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
The citation of Dr. J.C. Ifoma to Kamenoba, recipient of NUJ Anambra State 25 Visionary Humanitarian Global Philanthropist of the Year. Dr. J.C. Ifoma to Kamenoba is a remarkable force for good, an internationally respected humanitarian philanthropist and trailblazing entrepreneur whose legacy continues to reshape lives across continents. She has received over 86 awards in the last 2 decades. Among them is the prestigious awards which include St. Teresa of the 21st Century by the Catholic Laity Council of Nigeria, Okadasis. She is currently pioneering the development of the first international center of entrepreneurship and apprenticeship of NUJ University, aimed at empowering students to become job creators.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's rise to welcome Mr. Governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, CFR, Mr. Solution, ably represented by the number 2 citizen of Anambra State, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibesim, Esedidia. I'm not saying no. Yes, Mr. Deputy Governor, MDG, is in our midst. The award-winning in marketing, the international marketing, thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's rise to pledge our allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria with the national anthem. Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Those triumphs are delivered, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians home and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Anambra State Anthem.
With all our hearts, we pray and ask, God bless Anambra, God bless the shining light that we give. We're the only only ones to make her brighter, the only ones to make her better, the only ones to make Anambra shine. With our sweat and blood, every breath of our lives, with trust in God, we will lift our home and cry. We believe in togetherness, we'll build a land of progress. With the spirit of Anambra, with the spirit of Anambra, with the spirit of Anambra State to love.
Thank you. Please, you may be seated. Thank you. Mr. Deputy Governor, before your arrival, we have prayed. We have gone on with the programs, the items on the programs, and we are now in the item of award giving, and we are coming to the conclusion of these awards. At this time, a citation of one of the awardees was being read before you came in, Mr. Governor. So, may we crave your indulgence to continue with the rest of the programs before we come to the conclusion. MDG, please. Thank you very much. So, Fesi, please continue.
Back to the citation of Dr. J.C. Ifomudo Kamenoba. She is currently pioneering the development of the first international center for entrepreneurship and apprenticeship at Nnamdi Azikiwe University, aimed at empowering students to become job creators and innovators in Africa and beyond. A woman of faith and fortitude. Her guiding mottos are, "It is good to be good," and "God is my strength." Dr. Menoba hails from the Royal Oliobi family of Nimo in Njikwa local government area and is proudly married to retired Air Commodore Ifeanyi Udoka Menoba of Amobia, Awka South local government area of Anambra State. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as we welcome the representative of Dr. J.C. Ifeoma Udoka Menoba, recipient of NUJ Anambra 2025 Visionary Humanitarian and Global Philanthropist of the Year Award. Thank you.
We would now like to invite His Royal Majesty Igwe Onase, Igwe Dr. Benjamin Okage, Akpite Kingdom, to come forward for this presentation.
Thank you. Akpite, Kobagotebe. The former SSA to the governor of Anambra State on Juju matters. Igwe Chiles and Anwa, the leader of his people. Igwe no. Biko, pụta n'ụzọ ka gọvanọ na-afụ ife na-eme ebe a biko nnọchi ụzọ jee nọ n'akụkụ na-ewe n'iwe pụta n'ụzọ nna pụta n'ụzọ obido clear from the aisle. You're not supposed to stand there. Thank you. Pụta n'ụzọ biko no please please onye na-ese obodo bịa this way n'anya
boy former Menoba, Mother General of the whole world. Oh, I am the help of the helpless. Napan the NUJ, can they hear a word out? Napan, I want a monster.
on the existing protocol. I want to say that my principal is highly elated with this award. Yes, she informed me, and I really believe her that NUJ Anambra State engages in investigative journalism. That is why this is happening here today. And she will order them to continue the tempo. She orders them to continue the tempo. And also, she is aware that they also have needs to be fulfilled. And she will definitely get back to them in achieving their set objectives. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. DJ, hold on. DJ, hold on. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Because now, Colonel Jesus, I can't even remember that. Ndị nọ n'etiti unu bụ ndị ama obi ụgbọ ọgịlịga nnukwu obodo.
Mr. MC, you have asked me one microphone and you have not asked me to talk about it. I have not spoken and you gave me a microphone. Please come and take your microphone.
Thank you. Zebi, Chief Zebunayo Koligo Mobo, alias 430. Dalo. Dalo.
Okay, thank you.
Nzeyima Wokoye. Odo, Esuda Moya. Ekene Ndi.
Okay,
Zali also.
Zebi.
Ekene Mono.
Zebi, you need to have a microphone.
Oluma. Dalo. Dalo. Chief Mike Nama. Wale. Wadaluma. They will give you time and draw. Thank you. Mayo. The same bar. Mayo. Yes. Former chairman, Anambra State Boundary Commission. I make it a massive budget. I will talk. We will Ramon. Oh, so you don't say I'm not there's no need. What was that? Chief Chika Otola, Chief Zebudaya, Okoyibo Mobo, alias 430. Ayo. Thank you very much.
Mr. Governor, ably represented by representative who are here today. Ndigwe who are also here to witness what has happened in Anambra State today by the people of NUJ.
All right, thank you. Congratulations. We'll see you.
We're happy about it. We give you news, you take to the outside world, to everybody. We make the news, but you broadcast it, you write it. You go and dig out news that is important to our people. I'm so happily grandiose to be here today and to witness this year's NUJ Special 2025 Man of the Year Award. It is not easy to single out one man to say he's a Man of the Year Award. Even though we're talking of Anambra State, we're talking of Nigeria. So the awardee, I am saying, congratulations. Anambra State are proud of you. You are worthy of emulation. Let people emulate him so that by next year we will get somebody who will surpass the man that we have this year. I am greeted properly. I am very happy. And the 10 people of artists who are here with me are also happy. Thank you very seriously. Thank you, Anambra State. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Chief Zebudaya Okoribo alias 430. Are you see what I'm saying? It will be time for the crux of the matter. It is time for one of the main reasons why we gathered. You know, awards have been given, but this one is special because it is the Man of the Year Award 2025 by the NUJ Anambra State Council. And to read the citation of the man I'm about to introduce, let me invite yet another special man. Let me invite the MD, Sir Chuka Nnabife, to come to read the citation of the man I'm about to introduce. Ladies and gentlemen, the man I'm talking about is Chief Architect Okechukwu Esobi Nwachinemelu, the MD of the Anambra State Bureau of Public Procurement. Put your hands together as the NUJ Man of the Year 2025 mounts the podium. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody cannot come to the stage. Everybody cannot come to the stage. Some people go to the left. Igwe Bagotaba, Obunaka. Biko na Bagotesna. Biko una Bagotesna. Go to the side. Go to the side. Put on a nuso. Madam, put on nuso.
Because governors, those who have come out with him.
Please, governors, please now. Thank you. Now, let's read a very short citation. Because if you read everything, abridged version of the citation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A very brief citation of architect Okechukwu Ezobi. This citation is entitled Okechukwu Ezobi, Building with Head and Heart. Mr. Governor, here represented, Mr. Deputy Governor, Your Honor the Chief of Staff, Mr. Speaker, Ndiwe, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered not merely to celebrate a professional, but to honor a man whose life is a model of vision, service, and integrity. Architect Okechukwu Ezobi. From his early days in Lagos to the University of Nigeria, where he graduated top of his class in both bachelor's and master's degree in architecture, and on to the advanced studies at the University of Lagos and Lagos Business School, where he further studied on project management and others. His path has been one of consistent excellence. He is a mind trained to build, a spirit fashioned to serve. Through Dwellings International Limited, founded from humble beginnings, he built a powerhouse in design, construction, and project management. His landmark redesign of Oceanic Bank, Benin, replacing weighty columns with light and open space, set new industry standard. Even in recession and pandemic, his creativity never failed. Yet, Architect Ezobi's true masterpiece are not of stone and steel, but of lives uplifted. He established an apprenticeship scheme that trains youth from low-income family. His philanthropy has brought boreholes, roads, scholarships to Nanka. His revolving loan scheme empowers women and artisans. These are the structures of hope. In public service, he has matched vision with integrity. He has served severally and he has done so many things. But it is not for nothing that people are here for him. This is a man we present to you. He is the husband of Ogo and father of three. And he is a servant leader whose quiet dignity inspires trust. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the blueprint of architect Ezobi is not only in buildings that rise, but in lives that he makes stronger. To build well is to build people. That is what he believes. Here, I present to you the architect and the mind builder, Ezobi. Man of the Year, NUJ Anambra State 2025.
Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Chief Architect Ezobi. Now to hand over this award is the last year's Man of the Year, Chief Dr. Anthony Chinedu Umadi Agune Chemba Bagana. Put your hands together as he comes to hand over to the man who takes over from him. Yes, he will eventually hand over. That's if he likes.
I just said that he has not settled me, and I can decide to hold it, but it will be done. We will discuss later. On behalf of the NUJ Anambra chapter, I want to say big congratulations. It's a big honor. It's not easy. Then I have to go to crowd each way I'm not even here. Because last year, you could not win it to a notch. You were way in watch. So I say congratulations. We are very proud of everything. We've listened to your citation, and it's a great citation. You've achieved a lot. Congratulations, and I will present this to you. And also, this one, I present to you again on behalf of the NUJ.
Because this duvet is for the wife.
And again,
for
this
God,
is your certificate. Congratulations once again.
It's too much cold. Senior for duvet. Oh, go on,
mgbe Buhari je Germany, come with Julia. I'll see my wife belongs to the other room. This is for your wife. You lose your normally for the German.
Thank you. Biko tupu architect okay kubogu. Anyị na-ayọ ndị ọbụla si egbagote onwe onye chọrọ ikwu okwu 3 seconds. Biko 3 seconds before we listen to the man of the year. 3 seconds. We give you the microphone. Never.
So as we are saying doing what we are doing, this is a new addition, an improvement from what was done last year. Congratulations. I present it to you.
Thank you very much.
Nakaliano, Nakangwano, Anambra Katano. The point at the NUJ award was not handed over to him lightly. It was contested, nominated, scrutinized, did everything possible before it's been given to him. And so many people, even the contenders were there. It was debated also. At the end of the day, his own came up outstandingly great. He has made so many marks in excellency. We give God glory for his great son. We are proud of you. Keep on soaring. Nothing can ever stop you. It shall be well with you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Biko, money bomo itaku. Just money bomo itondoze desiena to support NUJ. Biko, 1, 2, 3 people.
Okay. I have the opportunity and I can end the NUJ. But to start with, the journey for this award, we must thank His Excellency, the Governor of Anambra State. Because I won't know any opportunity, we might not know he will not get what he's getting today. But I must say too, myself never. The first time I won an appointment, he called me because he respects me. Where's the any appointment to work in Anambra State? He said, for what? Why are you going there? Don't go! I shouted on him. What's your guy? Because this young man has a factory in Lagos. He has an office that employed more than 30 architects. Check every day. which type of commission or special advice? Or you say, okay, do it. But I'll tell you, our governor is a very, our governor, Anyalula Nofuma, his appointment was by governor's search to Ndinaru before Obia. He picked him from there. And a Goku conscience, people must work on, if you don't have conscience, you will not be anywhere. Then, the team found that an appointment in the his best friend.
Thank you.
Our best friend, your best friend will be happy that you are there. Go and take the job and prove the thing who you are. And he has done that. And then NUJ has confirmed it. Thank you all.
Because onye kwu onye tinye n'ife ọ ga-eji support NUJ. Onwere onye ọsọ. Just 1, 2, 3 people. Biko, make it 3 seconds. Kwuo ife ị ga-enye ndị NUJ ma ọ bụ na ị ga-enye ọ bụrụ by force.
Ndị Anambra ekene m unu. I stand here as the mayor of Oruma North Local Government, the mayor of the local government of the great architects. He has been wonderful. And NUJ Anambra is one of the engine room NUJ Anambra, because all what the governor when this year now, when this is one of them here. Because even a procurement, I know our mayors, only a guideline how to do procurement and make sure they award the contract properly. And everyone bend the rules. So I think NUJ did not make a mistake to give you this award. And I pray God that you continue to soar higher and higher. On behalf of local government, I will discuss with the NUJ. I get to something here because I'm looking at ever. And I am proud of our son.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here I'm the chairman of the Patriots. And Okezobi is our convener. So there is no way we will be here and my name is Ireji Malani. Oranian. Although we not going to drop one about Funaya, all the Patriots I will NUJ will support you with $1 million.
Wow. Chief Ejamatu. Guadalo. Kainusionu, the NUJ Man of the Year 2025, Chief Architect, okay, SOB, Martin Analo.
TrendyBeats.com.
Thank you very much. I think today is very, very symbolic. Very symbolic because I hope Chief Zebediah has not left. You don't know small things that that encourages people. Many years ago, when I was in primary school, from primary 5 as you get into primary 6, I was saying, "Didn't you know first na primary 5? Fawake you prefect na primary 6." So all the while, all first and all that kind of very intelligent students. But then I was fatherless, I was a houseboy. So I'm not doing no rack, can't see uniform. So I was secondary, okay, but I promise I secondary neighbor first. Where put that? Headmaster Nenekata, you're so dirty. You're so dirty. Please, you can't be our senior prefect. Please go. That was the day I knew I was wearing rags. And then as you na shirt you ought to go 1 or 2 buttons. I might go. Oh no, Funika can you for many years. So he dokacha. But I was so ragged. Monofife can't chete. And that's why I said, Zebediah's, your being here is symbolic. If we could find a good those days, Greek in a Clarus. I said, no condition is permanent in this world. No condition is permanent in this world. Don't take off again. Na new masquerade. So now that day, I started thinking, no condition is permanent. That I'm wearing rags today, tomorrow I'm going to wear a crown. And I'm here to say to everybody, If I can be here today honored, your dream can come true. Your dream can come true. Don't give up on your dream. The man you're honoring today ate from the dustbin. In a dustbin, I was so hungry as a young boy. At times I go to the dustbin to scavenge for food. This very person you're honoring today scavenged for food from the dustbin. But that is the man that God has decided to honor through you people. So your dreams can come true. Don't give up on it. No matter what level you find yourself today, just look up to the Lord. Because I remember that day, I was scavenging for food in the dustbin. So, food that day. So, I now said to myself, if my father were to be alive, I would not be suffering like this today. And that day I heard God's voice. I was about 7, 8, 7, at most 9 years old. And I heard God very clearly. I said to me, from today, I'll be your father. And that father of mine has kept me, sustained me, moved me from level to level. And I'm here to give glory back to the Lord. You know, and you see certain people, Mr. Deputy Governor, thank you. The other day, Mr. Deputy Governor, what doesn't cost you? Okay, na school Ajeboko. If you are microphone, I ain't telling the school, I say in the school. But you see today, all of us were here. So, Mr. Deputy Governor, thank you for honoring this invitation. Members of ESCO, thank you very much. Family members, Brother Anna, everybody, Igwe, CFA Chairman, Ifani, Odogu, the patrons. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of you guys. Without you, I would not be who I am. And finally, you see this, my wife. This is my engine room. This is my engine room. This woman, she has made me, I don't want to use the word. It's not that I'm useless, but I can't do anything without her. You know, today, at times, she stays in Lagos, so my apartment, I'll call her, where did you keep this thing? And she will say, go here, go here. In the very place I'm living, I'll be calling somebody in Lagos, and she will direct me. That's how far she's really helped me. And on a final note, Mr. Governor, the hardworking governor, Oluwatoegu, who believes in me. Because if he had not placed me on this pedestal, you people would not have seen me. But he showed great trust and confidence in me. Mr. Governor, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful. And I promise the good people of Ndinanka number 1, Mr. Governor number 2, and my Lord Jesus, that I will not fail you people. And in the Anambra, I'm there for you. Everything I will do for the Anambra. Thank you very much for this honor. And to my predecessor, thank you for your encouragement. We'll continue to be in touch. We'll work together to help and build NUJ so that they will continue in what they are doing. Mommy, thank you very much. My mother's, my wife's mother, who is also my mother, please thank you for the day you gave birth to this wonderful girl that is here. Thank you. God bless that day. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very much.
Put your hands together.
Thank you very much. You can see that wearing white. I see the plan.
But hold on. Ebiko, hold on. Hold on. Martin Emelo. There is a Togolese man here. Dakwe Paul. He said you have helped him a lot in life, that he will support you with the sum of 200,000 naira. Look at him here. Look at him here. He will support NUJ because of you with 200,000 naira.
Dakwe Paul.
Yes.
That's his name.
Biko Mbakonya Nosialane. I will say no check. We will take our seats before we draw the curtain on this event. Obunaka. Odogu. Chief Ejamato. Chief Ejiamat, Ibo Dogu, the chairman of the Patriots for Soludo. Dalo, CFA, my man. Onye kana na someone say you be brother. See this one. See this one. Because Nodunani, Putano no so. Nodunani. We want to draw the curtain, want to bring it to a conclusion, but not without hearing. Because Putano no so, clear from the aisle. This picture is not here. Because Chief Architect Okezobi, Chief Doctor Okulili Ezemanko, Ewepudike Nananka, your brother and friend, is supporting you with the sum of 200,000 naira on our support NUJ. Watching the development of Liverpool. Watching the development, Ewepudike 200,000 naira to support Ivan. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, because sit down, you have to sit down. Because we have to sit down, we have to settle down before we proceed. Sit down, please. No more talking. No more pictures for now. Because no more pictures. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, let me invite Mr. Governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwumacha Soludo, CFR, ably represented by the number 2 citizen of Anambra State, Dr. Onyeka Chukwu Ibezim, Mr. Deputy Governor of Anambra State.
Well, thank you, Shadrach. I think the day is far-fetched, and we've all had a very wonderful NUJ meet here, as I would describe it. The Chief of Staff to the Governor, the commissioners that I see here, both serving and present, and members of the Executive Council. Igwe, Dalo, I see all the Igwes, the Igwe Dalo, and Igwe Omasi, all of you. Then I'll come down to the organizer of this program, Odogu. On behalf of Mr. Governor, I want to congratulate you again on this wonderful feat that you have achieved again. And we know what you're made of, okay? And by extension, the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Anambra State chapter. As Mr. Governor will always say, you can sit down. As Mr. Governor will always say,
a na-alụ ọlụ a itinye ọkpa foul itinye aka foul so nke abụrụ foul bụ ọnụ. I may translate it in English. In this journey we are in leadership, if you use leg, red card. If you use hand, red card. You only allowed to speak mouth. Therefore, we as a state, we welcome constructive criticisms. And then, if it's journalism, your journalism type must be investigative. And then, must be such that when you append your signature to whatever report you're giving, it becomes a working document. That only you, because you're responsible for your acts. You're responsible for, in this your profession, you're responsible for your successes, and you must also be responsible for your failures. The razzmatazz of the social media, anybody can come to the social media. Recently, once people buy phone, he turns to a journalist of all sorts. He begins to do all sorts of things. But we also know that there are professionals in this game that cannot let this, your union, down. And then I go to the recipients of this award. The NUJ Man of the Year, my very good friend. He exposed some of our escapades. Well, I don't know when we were growing up who was stronger. All I know is that he was bigger. But the strength is not in the size of a man. So we all had it. When we were growing up, we never knew we would be here. And all from a humble beginning. Then we were very, very satisfied with whatever we had. And then we were all reading our books, hoping that tomorrow will be better. I'm not sure that thinking is so much going on now. And this is where we, as a state, want to acknowledge the NUJ this time for recognizing hard work, for recognizing integrity. So I want to congratulate you and other recipients and the immediate past NUJ Man of the Year. It was hard for you to relinquish your ground, but it's a yearly award. And Okechukwu Ezobi should as well know that by next year, it will be somebody's turn. So I want to congratulate you and thank everybody on behalf of Mr. Governor for making this occasion a very memorable one. Thank you and God bless you.
Please, a round of applause for MDG, who is here representing Mr. Governor of Anambra State. Chalono, if any name with procedure, Chalono. Ladies and gentlemen, let's rise to pledge our allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria with the national anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land, the tribe and tongue
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As God continues to bless Anambra State is on the rise. So please, pocket it, do your thing.
What did you say? What did you say?